Deep in the depths of the slumbering forest, where the trees merged together to create a dusky vault over their heads, was the Morgan family home. This house was more than just a home, it was a witness to events that remained in the shadows of the past, held within its walls like dark secrets. In November, as the earth sank into a forgotten cold darkness, the Morgan family would gather together in their home to celebrate Thanksgiving. But not all members of the family felt the joy of the holiday. Terror lurked in young Emma Morgan's heart, like a premonition of an impending storm. She sensed that something was wrong, that this year's holiday would not be the same as usual. And on dark nights, when the stars gave way to the shadows of the night, her fear only intensified. Emma couldn't forget what had happened a year ago on Thanksgiving. That day was remembered as one of the darkest in their family history. That night, as everyone was gathered around the table, preparing to immerse themselves in an atmosphere of joy and gratitude, something terrible happened. Her younger brother, Tommy, disappeared suddenly, as if swallowed by a shadow, never to return. The whole family was gripped by panic and despair, and despite all efforts, not a trace of the boy was found. Since then, the Morgan house has taken on its own air of horror and mystery. The shadow of the missing boy hung over them like an unsolved mystery, a reminder of pain and loss. Emma began to have strange dreams that seemed to her like portents of coming trouble. She saw Tommy as he wandered through the woods, engulfed in darkness, his voice sounding from afar, calling to her, but she couldn't reach him. The dreams haunted her, causing her to wake up in a cold sweat, with her heart beating in unison with the rhythm of the night's darkness. She felt that Tommy was trying to give her some important message, that he was somewhere nearby in the very woods that surrounded their home. On the eve of Thanksgiving, as the Morgan family prepared to get together to celebrate the holiday, Emma decided to talk to her parents about her dreams. She tried to explain her worries, her fears, but her words seemed to them to be just the result of overstressed nerves. But Emma couldn't just let her premonitions go. She decided to go into the woods on her own to find answers to her questions, to solve the mystery of her missing brother, and to chase away the shadows that lingered over their family. Plunged into the darkness of the forest, Emma felt the forces of evil begin to thicken around her. Her dreams were becoming a reality, and now she realized what she had to do. She must find Tommy, must free him from the dark embrace that held him captive. But when she reached the mysterious pond in the heart of the forest where, according to her dreams, Tommy was supposed to be, she found only silence and dark waters, seemingly empty and lifeless. And then she heard his voice, faint and distant, like an echo from the past. "Save me, Emma." His words rang out, and she realized that her fate and the fate of her family were tied to this dark forest and its dark secrets. Emma suddenly felt the darkness envelop her like a cold, suffocating blanket. The shadows of the forest began to come alive, taking on menacing shapes, like ghosts emerging from hidden corners and bowels of the earth. But Emma did not waver. Her resolve was strong, like the root of an old oak tree driven into the ground. She kept moving forward, step by step, heading toward the place where her brother was supposed to be. With each step, the darkness grew thicker, and Tommy's voice became clearer and clearer, like a call from the depths of darkness. Emma knew she was close to a clue, close to freeing her brother from the shackles of darkness. Finally, Emma reached the shore of the pond where her brother's voice had sounded. She saw his figure shrouded in darkness, and her heart broke with pain and fear. But in that moment, she realized that she would have to pay a high price to save him. With a firm decision in her heart, Emma took a leap into the pond, plunging into its murky waters. The darkness enveloped her, but she didn't stop, swimming deeper and deeper where her brother's voice called her. Eventually she found him, shrunken and exhausted, captivated by the forces of evil that had long ago lost their human features. With a strength and determination she had not known in herself, she freed him from the shackles of darkness, sacrificing herself for his salvation. As Emma and Tommy climbed out of the pond, they found the darkness of the forest beginning to dissipate like smoke from a campfire. The light of the sun was shining through the foliage, illuminating their way home. Returning to the Morgan family home was accompanied by joy and relief. Their parents and the rest of the family greeted them with hugs and tears of joy. Now that Tommy was safe, the family could begin the process of healing from the wounds of their past. But the most important thing was that Emma and Tommy found true forgiveness in each other. Forgiveness for past mistakes, for the dark secrets that hid within their family. They realized that only together could they overcome any hardship, that their bond was as strong as the root of a tree rooted in the soil of time and adversity. And so this Thanksgiving, the Morgan family found not only peace and tranquility, but also hope for a bright future filled with love and understanding.